Bye, Gracie. Lovely pre-show mood here. Thank you all for coming on this beautiful day. What a great crowd we have here. Very exciting. So it is my delight to welcome you all to another edition of those thrilling days of yesteryear. A live recreation of some of your favorite programs from the golden age of radio. And we are well into our 8th season here at the Oak Park Arms. So it's very exciting. So, today, we want to point out that it is just after Valentine's Day and just before the Academy Awards, featuring two very big things in our society today, love and movies. And it's also in the middle of Jack Benny Month, which is celebrating his birthday if you've been listening to the radio. Now, because that we love the movies, and we love Jack, and we love love, we thought we would bring them all together in 2 episodes of a Lucky Strike program starring Jack Benny that focus on the Academy Award winners and whether or not Jack will be able to kiss them. Now, our first episode is from January 5th, 1947, and it features Jack attempting to recreate that classic kissing scene from To Have and Have Not with the steamy Lauren Bacall, who, by the way, incidentally, will be given a Life Achievement Award at this month's, or next month's Academy Awards. Now, unfortunately, Jack's romantic ambitions encounter resistance in the form of Miss Bacall's husband, Academy Award winner Humphrey Bogart. Now, the second episode actually aired the following Sunday on January 12, 1947. Gracie Allen is incensed at Lauren Bacall's treatment of Jack the week before, and she decides that she will go down to the studio to play To Have and Have Not with Jack. She is accompanied by her much protesting and apologetic husband, Academy Award winner George Burns. So, will Jack have or have not his kiss? Well, you'll find out as we take you on a trip to the movies with Jack and the whole gang, along with live music, sound effects, and plenty of smooching. Now, while you are listening, you might pretend that you are one of those who had the fortune of being in the live studio audience as they watch their favorite performers do their thing. Or perhaps you might wish to just sit back, close your eyes, and imagine that you are sitting in your living room in front of the old Philco radio, anxiously awaiting for your favorite show to begin. So join us now as we take you back to those thrilling days of yesteryear.
The Jack Benny Program. The Lucky Strike Program starring Jack Benny with Mary Livingston, Phil Harris, Rochester, Dennis Day, and yours truly, Don Wilson. Ladies and gentlemen, as you all know, in the Rose Bowl game on New Year's Day, Illinois upset the dope. And here he is, and he's still upset, Jack Benny.
Thank you. Hello again. This is Jack Benny talking, and Don, for your information, I wasn't upset at all. I enjoyed the game very much.
It certainly was exciting, wasn't it, Jack?
Yes, sir. And what a score. Illinois 45, UCLA 14, and Al Hoysh 103. That was really amazing.
And what wonderful seats you had. Jack, how did you get such good tickets at the last minute?
Well, Don, it wasn't easy. You see, even though I was born in Illinois, I've lived in California for the past 15 years. So, in order to get 2 tickets, I called Governor Warren.
You called Governor of California?
Yes. Well, he couldn't do anything for me, so he called Governor Green of Illinois. Governor Green called President George Stoddard of Illinois University. President Stoddard got in touch with Ray Elliott, the coach. Elliott got in touch with Buddy Young, and fortunately, Buddy Young happens to be a very good friend of Rochester's. So through Rochester, I not only got 2 seats on the 50-yard line, but I also got a sure thing in the 4th race at Santa Anita. Say, Don, who were you rooting for at the game?
Well, Jack, I didn't want to show any partiality, so I got a seat on the UCLA side and a seat on the Illinois side.
Well, Don, how could you possibly sit on both sides of the... Oh, of course. And Don, weren't you disappointed when you weren't picked as the winning float? Well, better luck next year.
Hiya, Jackson.
Oh, hello, Phil. Get your band ready. Phil, what happened to your orchestra? Half of your boys are missing. Where are they?
Look, Jackson, New Year's Eve was only 5 days ago. Give them time. Give them time.
What?
Leave them alone and they'll come home dragging their empties behind them.
I know. But meanwhile, do the best you can with the boys. Oh, no.
What's the matter, Jackson?
Sammy, the bass fiddle player.
What about him? He's the best bass player in the country.
I know, but look at his bass fiddle. It has 6 silver handles on it.
Well, that's Sammy for you. If anything happens to him, you don't want us to go to no expense.
Oh, fine. And look what he has carved on the bottom of it. R.I.P. What's that?
Rest in Petrillum.
Now, cut that out. And until something happens to him, tell Sammy to put down that shovel, use a bow, and blow out the candles on a music stand.
By the way, Phil, I saw you at the Rose Bowl game New Year's Day.
Oh, is that where I was?
You knew where you were. That was a great game, wasn't it? What about that 103-yard run that Hoysh made?
Confidentially, Jackson, it was longer than that, but it won't go on record.
Well, what do you mean?
Well, he picked up the ball behind his own goal line, started down the field, he ran up into the stands, asked me for an autograph, told me how to spell Harris, and then went on to make a touchdown.
What?
Well, if he'd have waited for me to dot the I, they'd have nailed him on the 10-yard line.
Well, that just goes to show how fast that boy is. Oh, hello, Mary.
Hello, Jack.
Well, everybody's here now except Dennis. Where is he?
I don't know, he hasn't come in yet.
Now, how can we go on with the show if the cast doesn't get here on time?
Oh, Jack, don't be mad at Dennis. I happen to know something you don't know.
Well, don't tell me he has 3 shows.
No, Jack, it isn't that. It's something you won't believe.
Well, what is it?
All of a sudden, Dennis got a big crush on me.
A crush on you? How come?
I don't know. Someone must have told him I was a girl.
Oh, Mary, stop kidding. Has Dennis really got a crush on you?
Yes, Jack, and he's so cute. Ever since last week when I danced with him in the nightclub, he's been sending me notes of little gifts.
Gifts? Well, what did he give you?
Oh, lots of things. His Boy Scout knife, a bag of marbles, 3 Coca-Cola bottle caps filled with mud, a bottle of tinfoil, a fish hook, and a stick of bubble gum.
No.
Yes, and I'm worried.
Why?
If you see me wearing his bicycle clip, you'll know we're engaged.
Well, how do you like that?
And Jack, you should see the note he sent me yesterday.
Well, Dennis sent you a note?
Wait a minute, I'll read it to you. It's so sweet. My darling Mary, I hope you won't think I'm silly, but I keep your picture on the wall of my bedroom. I didn't want my mother to know who I'm in love with, so I took a pencil and drew a mustache and a derby hat on you. I think I fooled my mother because now she's in love with you too.
Well, I'll be darned.
And look how he finishes. I love you madly and passionately and will never forget the kiss you gave me when I took you home. Thanking you in advance for your next shipment, I remain yours truly, Dennis Day.
Well, that's the cutest letter I ever heard. Well, let's see that. Mary, why has Dennis got the stamp pinned to the envelope?
Oh, that. He said that ever since he fell in love with me, he won't let anything else touch his lips.
Well, gee, he must be hungry by this time. Well, let's certainly... Oh, shh, quiet. Here he comes now.
Hello, everybody. Hello, Mr. Benny.
Hello, Dennis.
Hello, Dennis.
Hi, hello, Don.
Hiya, kid.
Hello, Phil.
Hello, Dennis. Dennis, I said hello.
Mary, don't make it so obvious.
Obvious? All I said was hello.
I know, but look how you're trembling.
Dennis, you're imagining things. She's not trembling.
What are you trying to do? Break us up?
No, I'm not trying to break you up.
Say, Mary, come here a minute, will you? I want to look at you.
All right, Dennis.
Gee, gosh.
What is it, Dennis?
You look so much better without a mustache.
Dennis, what about the derby?
No thanks, I'm not hungry.
I didn't mean that. But anyway, can't I know how you feel? When you're in love, everything is bright and sunny and cheerful. Your heart overflows with goodness. You feel nice towards everybody.
Say, Jackson, did you hear about Fred Allen being voted the best comedian on the air?
There will be a short pause while Dr. Jekyll becomes Mr. Hyde.
Mary, it doesn't bother me at all. Anyway, I read about Fame magazine selecting Allen as the greatest comedian in radio. What a choice.
What's the matter with you, Jackson? Every time Fred Allen gets an award, you get mad about it. 2 years ago, you got mad because they put his picture on the cover of Time.
Phil, Fred's face was on the cover of Look.
It was on the cover of Time.
It was on the cover of Look. His face represented Time. That burns me out.
All right. So he's not as pretty as I am. But you've got to admit he has a great radio show.
Some great show. He comes on and jabbers for a few minutes, and then he calls, Portland. For the first 4 years, people thought he was a conductor on the Greyhound bus. Come on, Dennis, let's have your song.
Okay. I love you for sentimental reasons. I hope you do believe me. I'll give you my heart. I love you, and you alone were meant for me. Please give your loving heart to me and say we'll never part. I think of you every morning, dream of you every night. Darling, I'm never lonely whenever you're inside. I love you for sentimental reasons. I hope you do believe me. I've given you my heart.
That was I Love You for Sentimental Reasons, sung by Dennis Day, and very good, Dennis.
Yes, Dennis, I've never heard you sing so well.
That's because I'm in love.
With me?
It ain't your sister, babe. Woo-hoo-hoo!
Dennis, behave yourself. And now, ladies and gentlemen, for our feature attraction tonight, we are going to present... Oh, excuse me. Come in. Well, Mr. Kitzel, what are you doing here?
Pardon the intrusion, Mr. Benny, but I came over to thank you for the Christmas present you sent me and to wish you a Happy New Year.
Well, the same to you, Mr. Kitzel. So you like the sweater I sent you, man?
Ooh, I have never in my life owned such a beautiful slopover.
No, Mr. Kitzel, you mean slip over.
Slopover. I mean, it's too big.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, why didn't you return it?
I like it that way. It makes me look like a hep cat.
A hat cat?
Hey, baba, zippity doo.
I know, yes.
You also know the song about the cement mixmaster?
Oh, yes. Yes. And Mr. Kitzel, I'm glad my present suited you so well.
Yes, I liked it so much I started knitting a pair of stockings to match the sweater.
You did?
Yes, but a funny thing happened. While I was sitting in the rocking chair, my wife came in and saw me knitting.
Uh-huh.
She got all excited and thought we was going to have another baby.
Well, congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, by the way, Mr. Kitzel, as long as you're here, would you like to sit down and hear the rest of the program?
I'm sorry, I got to leave.
You should stay, Mr. Kitzel, because tonight our guest star is Lauren Bacall.
Lauren, but
What?
who's going? I'm going to stay.
Well, good. Oh, but Don, you're mistaken about Lauren Bacall. She won't be here tonight.
Oh, why not?
Never mind. We haven't got time to discuss it. And now, ladies and gentlemen,
Tell him what happened, Jack.
Mary, we've got a program to do. And now, ladies and gentlemen,
Anyway, Don, the trouble started after you left the rehearsal yesterday at Jack's house.
Jack's house.
Lauren Bacall hadn't shown up as of yet to rehearse her part, and Phil, Dennis, and I decided to stick around and play a little gin rummy. So we went in the den and sat down. Say, Jack, where are you and Lauren going to rehearse?
In the library.
Oh, then we can stay here in the den and play cards, can't we?
Oh, yes, that'll be all right. Rochester, will you bring in a deck of cards, please?
Yes, sir. What kind shall I bring? The red bags or the blue bags?
Oh, it doesn't make any difference.
Yes, it does. The reds are 40 cents, the blues 50.
I'll bring them a deck of cards. They won't quibble about the price. Now, come on, Rochester. I want you to go into the library with me and help me get things ready.
Yes, sir.
Now, Rochester, I want to make a good impression on Miss Bacall. So see that there's a nice fire burning in the fireplace. And move the divan so it will be nice and cozy in front of the fire. fire, turn the lights down low, turn on the photograph, and put on some nice, soft, romantic music.
You want me to burn some incense and fan you with a palm leaf?
No, that won't be necessary. Well, now, let's see. Oh, I think these horn-rimmed glasses make me look a little too old. Well, I guess I'll take them off.
Oh, boss, I wouldn't do that if I were you. Remember what happened that time Miss Ann Sheridan came over to rehearse with you and you took your glasses off?
Nothing happened.
When Miss Sheridan came in, you rushed over to where you thought you saw her, put your arms around the bridge lamp, kissed the parrot, and said, "Why, Annie, you bit me!"
It was because it was dark. Now, let's see. Oh, well, that must be Mr. Bacall now, in Rochester. You answer the door. I want to sit down and make myself look alluring. Relaxed. There. How do I look?
Fine, boss, but aren't you overdoing it with that rose in your teeth?
Rochester. What are you laughing at?
Ramona Benny.
The rose is for my lapel. Oh, answer the door.
Yes, sir.
Is Mr. Benny at home?
Yes, come right in, Miss Bacall.
Oh, Rochester? Who is it?
Miss Lauren Bacall.
Well, Lauren Bacall.
You were expecting maybe Mrs. Nussbaum?
Rochester, you can get lost now.
Yes, sir.
Well, come in, Lauren. This is in pleasure, Dieter. Indeed, a pleasure. Make yourself comfortable. Sit down.
Oh, no, thanks. I'll just lean here against the door.
Gosh, Lauren, seeing you there reminds me of your first picture, To Have and Have Not. You were leaning against the door just like that, and then you said your famous line.
You mean, if you want anything, just whistle.
Yes. Well, look, Lauren, shall we start rehearsing?
Oh, no hurry, no hurry. Have you got a cigarette?
A cigarette? Oh, yes. Here you are.
Thanks. Match?
Natch. You know, Lauren, that cigarette I gave you is a Lucky Strike.
I know, and it's my favorite brand, too.
Really?
Yes. They're so round, so firm, so fully packed, so free and easy on the draw.
Gee, F.E. Boone never sounded like that. Gosh, Lauren, I can just picture you in a bathing suit, holding up that big tobacco leaf. And you know, Lauren, Lucky Strikes are made of that fine, that naturally mild tobacco.
Well, what do you know? I thought Mother told me everything.
Well, live and learn.
You must have learned a lot.
Yes. Now let's start rehearsing. Well, here's your script. We're going to do a sketch based on your picture, To Have and Have Not. We'll play the same part you did in the picture.
Okay.
Well, let's start. I'll take the first line.
Oh, wait a minute, Jack. I'm supposed to lean against the door.
Oh, yes. I'm sorry. Well, we'll start again. You're sure at me, aren't you, Slim?
Sure, Steve. I'm sore at you. I wanted to get even. I brought that bottle of brandy up here to make you feel cheap. But I'm the one who feels cheap.
Well, you've only got yourself to blame, Slim. After all, what did I do?
Nothing. What's more, you don't have to do anything. Oh, maybe just whistle. You know how to whistle, don't you, Steve? You just put your lips together and blow.
No, Slim. I got a better use for my lips. Come here and let me kiss you.
All right. But first, take that rose out of your teeth.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I meant to put that in my lapel. Now, let's start the scene over again. You're sore at me, aren't you, Slim?
Sure, Steve, I'm sore at you. I wanted to get even. I brought that bottle up here to make...
What bottle of where?
Ow!
Hello, Curly.
Well, St. Peter must have left the gate open and look who fell out.
Oh, well, thanks.
Oh, leave a lamp burning in the window, Mother. Maybe a little late.
Bill.
Yes, there's good news tonight.
Now!
Well, introduce me, Jackson, introduce me.
All right. This is Miss Lauren Bacall. Lauren, this is my colleague, Phil Harris.
Well, hoity-toity, I'm a colleague now.
Yeah, now go already.
Okay.
Come on, Lauren, let's get that kissing scene again. We'll take that kissing scene again. Let's start where I... well, who can that be? I left strict orders not to be disturbed.
Mr. Benny, Mr. Humphrey Bogart is at the door.
Humphrey Bogart?
Oh, Jack, I forgot to tell you. Bogey said he'd drop by and pick me up. Well, you know, he and I are married.
I know. Who do you think played the violin at your wedding? Anyway, you can wait outside. We've got a scene to rehearse and we're gonna do it.
Hello, baby. Hiya, Jack.
Humphrey, we're right in the middle of rehearsal and
Oh, that's all right, Jack. Go right ahead.
We won't be long, honey.
That's all right, baby. You know, Jack, I'm glad to see you again. You're my favorite comedian.
I am? Well, that's good. Now, Lauren, Miss Bacall, by the way, what should I call you, Lauren or Miss Bacall?
Mrs. Bogart.
Well, now let's get on with the rehearsal, Mrs. Bogart. Starting with your last speech.
Okay. You know how to whistle, don't you, Steve? You just put your lips together and blow.
No, Slim. I got a better use for my lips. Come here and let me kiss you.
What a comedian! What a comedian!
Humphrey, I'm trying to...
Mr. Benny, there's a telephone call for you.
Pardon me a minute, folks. I'll be right back.
How's it going, baby?
Oh, brother.
I thought so. Say, baby, I want you to do something.
What is it?
When you get to kiss him, put one arm around him and then run your other hand through his hair.
Why?
I want to find out if he really wears one. What does Benny want to be a great lover for anyway?
Well, why shouldn't he? After all, he played a romantic lead in The Horn Blows at Midnight. Well, you saw that, didn't you?
Yeah, and they called our last picture The Big Sleep. By the way, what's this sketch you're rehearsing with Benny?
To have and have not. We're rehearsing the big scene you and I did in the picture.
Oh, which one of you is playing my part?
Shh. He's coming back.
I'm sorry I had to answer the phone, but... Well, that's the price of fame.
Who was it?
Wrong number. My sponsor called because they sent me the wrong number of tickets to the broadcast. Well, now, let's get on with rehearsal, Lauren. We'll start with my line. Well, you've only got yourself to blame, Slim. After all, what did I do?
Nothing. What's more, you don't have to do anything. Or maybe just whistle. You know how to whistle, don't you, Steve? You just put your lips together and blow.
No, Slim. I got a better use for my lips. Come here and let me kiss ya.
Now, wait a minute, Jack. Hold it. You're doing it all wrong.
Wrong?
Yeah. When you get to kiss a girl, you put your arms around her gently, tenderly.
What? Well, what?
You're not supposed to grab her by the earlobes and pull yourself up.
Oh, I see.
And now watch me. Come here, baby. Read that line again.
Okay. You know how to whistle, don't you, Steve? You just put your lips together and blow.
No, Slim. I've got a better use for my lips. Come here and let me kiss you like this.
I see, Humphrey. I get the idea. That's enough, Humphrey. Look, you can do that at home. Stop! Humphrey, I'm paying her by the hour. Stop! I'm supposed to do that!
You got a big mouth.
I get the idea now, Holden. Let's you and I take it, Lauren.
Say, Jack, our gin rummy game's over, so I thought I'd come in here and watch you rehearse.
All right, but be quiet. Now, come Come on, Lauren. Start with your line again.
Okay. You know how to whistle, don't you, Steve? You just put your lips together and blow.
No, Schlim. I got a better use for my lips. Come here and let me kiss you like this.
No, Jack. Now, you're doing it all wrong. Here, let me show you again.
What?
I'll do it with Mary this time. Are you ready, Mary?
Am I ready? I was puckered up when I walked in here.
But look, Mary isn't even
Come on, Mary. Take baby's line.
Okay. You know how to whistle, don't you, Steve? You just put your lips together and blow.
Oh, no. I've got a better use for my lips. Come here and let me kiss you like this.
Got it now. All right, Humphrey, you can stop. Humphrey, you can stop. Bogey. Bogey, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute! What is this anyway? Step aside, Mary. I want to talk to Mr. Bogart.
Yeah, and I want to talk to him too.
Dennis.
Hey, he's cute.
You haven't got a chance, sister. I sent all my Coca-Cola tops to Mary.
Dennis.
Now listen to me, Mr. Bogart. I saw you kissing that woman I love, see? And you ain't muscling into my record, see? Those lips ain't big enough for the both of us, see? Now get out of here before you get hurt, see? Get out, see? Out, see? Out, see? Out!
Dennis.
See?
Come on, baby, let's get out of here. This guy's tough.
Bogart. Lauren, come back. Dennis, I can't believe it. You know what you did? You frightened Humphrey Bogart.
Sure.
Well, Dennis, what's that you got in your hand?
A picture of my mother.
Oh, no wonder. Gosh, now Lauren will never be on my program. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank Lauren Bacall and Humphrey Bogart for appearing on my program tonight. They can currently be seen in their new Warner Brothers picture, The Big Sleep. Well, I better rush home now. Oh, taxi! Taxi! Oh, taxi! Oh, doorman, get me a taxi, will you?
Look, bud, if you want a taxi, just whistle.
What?
You know how to whistle, don't you? Just put your lips together and blow.
Oh, yes! Oh, what do you know? It works.
This is NBC, the National Broadcasting Network. The Jack Benny Program. The Lucky Strike Program, starring Jack Benny, with Mary Livingston, Phil Harris, Rochester, Dennis Day, and yours truly, Don Wilson. Ladies and gentlemen, again it's Sunday, so let's go out to Beverly Hills to Jack... Wait a minute. Every week it's the same thing. Let's go out to Beverly Hills to Jack Benny's house. Why don't we go someplace else? Somebody else's house for a change. Yes, why not? Let's go out to the home of... the home of George Burns and Gracie Allen.
George, what are you doing?
Oh, nothing, Gracie. Just reading a book.
Oh,
The man she was with tried to stop her, but she pushed him aside and staggered across the floor.
George, if you're going to sit there reading a book, why don't you take off your shirt?
Take off my shirt.
Yes, it's so thrilling the way your muscles bulge when you turn a page.
Gracie, my muscles don't bulge. And let me read. The man she was with tried to stop her.
George, is today Sunday?
Yes. The man she was with tried to stop her.
I'm glad it is, because on Sunday, Jack Benny's on the air, and I wouldn't miss his program for the world.
Well, he's on right now. If you want to hear him, turn on the radio.
Jack Benny is wonderful. I think he's even funnier than Gene Herschel.
Gracie, he's on right now.
Gene Herschel?
No, Jack Benny.
Good. I wouldn't miss him for the world. You know, George, if Sunday came around and I didn't listen to Jack Benny's program, I'd kill myself.
Gracie, turn on the radio and you can hear it.
But if I killed myself, I wouldn't be able to hear the program next Sunday, and the program next Sunday would probably be better than the program I kill myself over, so that's why I make it a point never to miss Jack Benny.
Okay, I'll turn it on for you.
Oh, George, isn't that wonderful?
What's wonderful?
The way your muscles bulge when you turn the dial.
Gracie.
Take off your shirt.
Gracie, will you please keep quiet so I can get Jack Benny's program?
And Don, when I walked into the library and I said to Rochester, "What are you doing with those goldfish in your hands?" What do you think he said?
I don't know, Jack. What did he say?
Rochester looked right in my face and said,
Gracie, why did you turn off Jack's program?
I wanted to tell you that if you hadn't reminded me that today was Sunday, I would have missed him.
Look, Gracie, you could have found that out for yourself. All you had to do was go out into the kitchen and look at the calendar. The red numbers are Sundays.
But George, on our calendar, all the numbers are red.
What?
It fell in a bowl of ketchup.
Well, Gracie, go back into the kitchen and take the calendar out of the ketchup and wipe it off.
It's too late. You ate it for lunch.
I did.
George Burns, why didn't you tell me you liked calendars?
I love them. I love them. Now, Gracie, turn on the radio.
You turn it on.
Gracie, you're the one who wouldn't miss Jack Benny for the world. You turn it on.
You just want to see my muscles bulge.
Yes, that's it. I want to see your muscles bulge.
All right, but I'm not going to take my shirt off.
Okay, I'll turn it on.
No kidding, Jackson. Did that really happen?
"Well, sure, Phil." And when the man got back on his horse, he said, "That's why umbrellas have ribs in them." I thought it was funny.
Don't be discouraged, Jack. I thought it was funny, too.
Gracie, stop talking to the radio. Gracie, why did you turn it off?
You were talking to me.
I said stop talking to the radio. How do you know that joke was funny? You didn't hear the beginning of it. All you heard was the answer.
Well, that's the only part you're supposed to laugh at. Oh, George, you're just jealous because he's so sophisticated and charming.
Jack Benny?
No, Gene Herschel.
Gene Herschel? Where did he come from?
Denmark. Everybody knows that.
Look, if you wouldn't miss Jack Benny for the world, why don't you keep listening instead of turning him on and turning him off and turning him on and turning him off?
Oh, George, you're cute. Say that again.
Yeah, cute. Makes my Adam's apple do tricks, huh?
No, it makes your pivot too spin around and fan me.
Look, Gracie.
Quiet, George. I want to listen to Jack Benny.
But Don, you really ought to do something about your weight.
Oh, Jack, I'm not so fat. I went on a diet and lost 10 pounds.
10 pounds? Don, 10 pounds off of you is like taking 1 bucket of smog out of Los Angeles.
George, quiet. I want to hear the end of the joke.
That was the end of it.
Don, when I first hired you...
I can't understand you, George. Every time Jack Benny comes in here, you start talking.
I'm not talking. You're the one who wanted to hear him, and you...
There you go again. And you know I want to miss it for the world. I think Jack Benny is the funniest comedian on radio.
Gracie, if you don't want to listen, I'm going to shut it off.
George Burns, why did you turn off that radio?
Because I don't want to read my book. I just bought it. It's The Razor's Edge.
Why buy it when you can read it at any barbershop for nothing?
Yes, I never thought of that. Tomorrow I think I'll go down to the vegetable market and read Strange Fruit.
Strange fruit? We have that book right here.
In the library?
No, it's spoiled. It's in the icebox.
I know. Gene Herschel wrote it. Now go in the next room and listen to Jack Benny.
You bet I will. And I hope he has better luck than he had last week.
What do you mean?
Well, last week he was expecting Lauren Bacall to be his guest star, and she didn't show up.
Oh, yes, that's right. Gracie, will you please let me read
George, there's only one thing to do. If Jack wanted Lauren Bacall on his program and couldn't have her, well, he can have me. I'll go over to the studio right now, and I'll be Lauren Bacall. George, get your hat.
But Gracie...
George, get your hat.
Gracie, you can't be Lauren Bacall.
Is Lauren pretty?
Of course she is.
Has she got that come and kiss me big boy look in her eyes?
Of course she has.
Is she exotic, alluring, and irresistible?
Of course she is.
George, get your hat.
played by Phil Harris and his 18 bridesmaids. And now, ladies and gentlemen...
Hey, Jackson, just once when I finish a number, can't you say something nice? Not about the music, just about the boys. You didn't have to make that crack about the bridesmaids.
Phil, when 18 men come to a broadcast wearing nightgowns, it calls for a comment, believe me.
Them ain't nightgowns.
Oh, them ain't, eh? Phil, it's not them ain't. It's they aren't.
Well, get a load of my little boss. He's gone crepe Suzette.
Phil, you don't even know what a crepe Suzette is.
It's a Pasadena tortilla.
Well, for once, you're right.
Sure, I'm right. Everybody ain't as stupid as you are.
Stupid? Well, that's a fine thing to say about me, Phil. After all I've done for you.
What did you ever do for me?
What did I do for you? Phil, 11 years ago, I happened to be in Memphis, Tennessee, and I dragged you out of a bar, brought you out to Hollywood, put shoes on you, stood you in front of 18 musicians, put a stick in your hand, and because you already had the shakes, you thought you were leading them. And as a hint for you to wash your hair, somebody put you on a shampoo program. What did I ever do for you?
Well, so what?
So what? Phil, when I picked you up, you didn't even have a ham hock to your name. That's so what?
Look, Jackson, this may surprise you, but I had one of the greatest orchestras in the country before I ever heard of you.
You had a great orchestra.
I'll say I had. I was the leader, and I had a man at the piano by the name of Iturbi.
What?
And my first fiddle was a guy by the name of Heifetz. Toscanini made my arrangements. Tarkowski played the clarinet, and I had a dame singing out the blues by the name of Lily Pons.
You really had some great musicians. Well, how come you got rid of them?
Well, they couldn't play poker.
Oh, sure. I can just picture all those people being in your band.
What are you talking about? We had a great orchestra. Why, we had one dame that didn't do anything but dust off the piano.
Who was that?
Lady Esther.
Phil, why don't you go down to Grauman's Chinese and put your head in cement and keep it there? And now, ladies and gentlemen...
Hello, Mr. Benny.
Oh, hello, Dennis. Where have you been?
I was over at the drugstore having a drink. I had a tomato ice cream soda.
A what?
A tomato ice cream soda.
A tomato ice cream soda? That must taste awful. What's in it?
2 scoops of vanilla ice cream, some chocolate syrup, carbonated water, and a cherry.
Well, what about the tomato?
She waited on me.
Oh, I see, kid. You were making a little joke.
Yeah, I make up jokes all the time.
I know. Now, come on, Dennis. Let's have
You're
your
not the
song.
only comedian in the world, you know.
Dennis, I never said I was the only comedian. There's Edgar Bergen, Bob Hope, Jack Haley, Eddie Cantor.
And Gene Herschel.
Dennis. Gene Herschel isn't a comedian. He's on the radio as Dr. Christian.
Oh, yeah.
Dr. Christian, come here.
Dennis.
Dr. Christian, I shall have you swinging from the highest yardarm in the British fleet.
Now cut that out!
I'm glad you stopped me. I was getting seasick.
Oh, fuck. Now come on, Dennis. Let's have your song.
Okay. When I go to sleep, I never count sheep. I count all the charms about Linda. And lately it seems, in all of my dreams, I walk with my arms about Linda. But what good does it do me? For Linda doesn't know I exist. Can't help feeling gloomy. Think of all the loving I've missed. We pass on the street, my heart skips a beat. I say to myself, hello Linda. If she'd only smile, I'd stop for a while, and then I would get to know Linda. But miracles still happen, and when my lucky star begins to shine, with one lucky break I'll make Linda mine. And when my lucky star begins to shine, with one lucky break I'll make Linda mine.
That was Linda, sung by Dennis Day, and it really was swell, Dennis. It couldn't have been sung better. And now...
What's wrong with Dick Haymes?
What? Well, there's nothing wrong with Dick Haymes. I merely said that you sing beautifully.
I suppose Andy Russell is bad, huh?
Dennis, look. Andy Russell is fine, and so is Dick Haymes. They're both great singers. And
Big
now...
Pop, we ought to push you right in the nose.
Dennis, be quiet. Now sit down. And now, ladies and gentlemen, for our... Oh, darn it, more interruptions. Phil, answer the phone for me, will you please?
You answer it, Jackson. It might be a collect call. And I'd love to see your skin roll up.
Now, don't be so smart. Oh, Don, will you answer the phone, please?
I'm checking over the closing commercial. Dennis, will you answer the phone for Jack?
Let Gene Herschel do it.
Dennis, stop being so... Oh, never mind. I'll answer it. Hello?
Hello, Mr. Benny. This is Rochester.
Rochester, what do you want?
The doctor is here. Are there any suits you'd like to have cleaned or pressed?
Oh, yes. Now, let me see.
How about your blue double-breasted one, boss?
Oh, I'm wearing that. Give him my gray gabardine.
Well, I'm wearing that.
Well, look, Rochester, have him press my tan suit.
But, boss, you only wore that suit once. That was last week when you were rehearsing with Miss Lauren Bacall.
I know. She steamed the crease out of it. Look, Rochester, have him press that suit and tell him to let the pants out 2 inches.
Better let it out more than that, boss.
No, Rochester, the pants aren't that tight.
They're not. Remember what happened last week when you bent over?
Rochester.
If UCLA could have broken through the line like you did, they'd have won the game.
Well, okay, and give him my full dress suit, too.
Your full dress suit?
Yes. I might as well have it cleaned and pressed for the Academy Award dinner.
Boss, for what you're gonna get, you could go in a t-shirt.
Look, Rochester, I'm not expecting an award this year. After all, I didn't make the picture.
Well, maybe they'll give you an award for that.
Oh, stop. Just give my suits to the cleaner. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Oh, say, boss.
Now what?
Can I have Tuesday afternoon off? I want to go to the races at Santa Anita.
But Rochester, I thought on New Year's Day you made a resolution not to go to the races.
I didn't go on New Year's Day. Anyway, the reason I want to go Tuesday is because I got tips on 2 wonderful horses. Texas Sandman and Namby Pass.
Well, are they good horses?
Well, Texas Sandman is out of Shifting Sands by Swamp Queen. And Namby Pass is by Bypass out of Sweet Nancy.
All right, Rochester, you can go. But you can't use my car this time. Take a yellow cab.
A yellow cab?
Yes, that's by Rapid Transit out of General Motors. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Can't understand Rochester. He makes a New Year's resolution not to go to the races and then breaks it.
Say, Jackson, I was at the races yesterday and I bet on a horse called Fitch Shampoo.
Fitch Shampoo?
Yeah. The dandruff came off him so fast the other horses thought they were snowbound and froze to death. Oh, when you come home, Harris, Alice must think she's in Wonderland. You W.
Phil.
Say, Mr. Benny, I once bet on a horse named Colgate.
Dennis, let it go.
He came in first and I got my own show. Ha ha ha! Oh, Dennis, when you come home, your mother must think she's in a nut house.
Well, at least that makes sense. Now, kids, let's not hold up the show anymore because our sketch tonight is... Come in.
Oh, Jack.
Huh?
Hello, big boy. Your worries are over. Baby is here.
By George, Gracie, well, what is this?
Don't be bashful, Blue Eyes. If you want anything, just whistle.
What?
You know how to whistle, don't you? You just put your lips together and blow.
Gracie? What?
Jack, I'm sorry for this, but Gracie heard how you didn't get to kiss Lauren Bacall last week, and now she wants to be Lauren Bacall.
You keep out of this, Humphrey. How about it, kiddo? You find me fascinating, so let's fast.
Well, but Gracie,
That's the kind of woman I could go for.
Say, you're kind of cute, Sonny, but you're too young.
Maybe, but I'm pretty hip.
Oh, I suppose your father told you about how the bees carry pollen from flower to flower on their feet?
Yes, he did.
Well, I'd advise you to forget that. I tried it, and believe me, it's nothing.
Look, Gracie, I know you meant well in coming over, but I'm trying to do a program.
That's right, Gracie. You're embarrassing Jack. Let's go home.
With dry lips? Not in your life.
Look, Gracie, if you really want to be kissed, why don't you forget about Jackson and grab yourself a hunk of glamour like me?
Take it easy, Curly. Take it easy. There's plenty to go around.
For goodness sakes, Gracie, do you know what you're saying?
No, but I love it.
Now, come on, Jackson. Let's...
Now, Gracie, you're holding up my program, and anyway, I can't kiss you right under George's nose.
You can, but you'll like it that way.
Gracie!
Gracie, stop all this nonsense and let's go home.
No, George, we can't go now. Lauren Bacall disappointed him, and I'm not going to let him be disappointed again.
Gracie!
Kiss me, Jack.
Gracie, let go of me.
All right, Gracie. All right, that's enough. Gracie, stop kissing him. Gracie, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute!
Wow, what a kiss. My hair's standing on end.
It slipped a little to the side, too.
What? Gracie, you ruined my whole radio program.
Radio program? George, let's hurry home.
What?
Jack Benny's on the air, and I'm going to miss him for the world.
Yeah. If we heard him, he can catch the tobacco auctioneer.
Good night, Gracie. Good night, George. Play, Phil. Ladies and gentlemen, because the majority of America's hospitals are understaffed, once again an urgent appeal is being made for student nurses. In order to meet this acute need, all young women between the ages of 17 and 35 who are high school or college graduates are urged to apply to their nearest hospital or school of nursing. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank George and Gracie who appeared on our program tonight through the courtesy of Maxwell House Coffee. And I also want to thank Gene Hersholt, who is here in spirit. And he's cheaper that way. Good night, folks.
This is NBC, the National Broadcasting Company.
Enjoyed our wonderful trip to the movies with Jack and the gang, and maybe even learned a little something about love. And we've got another exciting show planned for you in the spring, featuring an hour's worth of classic detectives, both hard-boiled and soft-boiled. That's right, episodes of Sherlock Holmes and Sam Spade, both packed with adventure, mystery, and powerful women who get the best of our heroes. It's sleuthing at its best, and you won't want to miss it. So mark your calendars for Sunday, April 11th at 2 o'clock. And you can always check us out on the internet at www.ttdyradio.com for the latest updates and show information. And now, for the cast of those thrilling days of yesteryear, playing the part of Don Wilson, Steve Schroeder. Taking the role of Jack Benny, John Corona. The jazzy band leader, Phil Harris, played by Don Gingold. The lovely Mary Livingston, played by Amy Kennedy. The dual roles of Mr. Kitzel and the doorman, Lars Timpa. In Rochester, Tim Baker. The sultry and sexy Lauren Bacall, played by Pam Turlo. And her husband, Humphrey Bogart, Pat Abel. Gracie Allen was played by Margie Gustafson. Her husband, George Burns, John Gould. And I am your producer, who also played Dennis Day, Ben Dooley. And also the magical musical makings of Bob Loreen on the piano. And what radio program would be complete without the synchronous sound effect stylings of myself and Pam Turlow? Today's episodes were selected and directed by Craig Gustafson. And on behalf of the cast, we'd like to extend our thanks to you, the audience, for once again helping our show to become alive, and for living those thrilling days of yesteryear so that we could bring them back to you. Thank you all very much. What a great audience. You guys add such a level to the old radio shows. So please, help yourself to lovely beverage and cookies and brownies, it looks like over there. And don't forget our next show on April 11th. We'll see you here.